This morning I mentioned the name of Kiva Eger. It's derived from the portion of tzitzis that is juxtaposed to the negative commandment of kilayim, a combination of wool and linen. The Torah tells us, based on the juxtaposition, that you're permitted to put woolen tzitzis on a four-cornered garment that's made of linen. Although you're creating a combination of wool and linen, when you tie the tzitzis on the corners of this four-cornered garment, Torah says you're permitted, based on the principle, and this is the model of asay docha los asay, that if you have a conflict between a positive and negative commandment, the positive mitzvah supersedes the negative, and therefore you're permitted to wear this garment, although it's a combination of wool and linen. Asay docha los asay. So Rabbi Kiva Eger cites a Ramban, that the Ramban says, what is the principle? Why does the positive commandment supersede the negative commandment? We have there two mitzvahs in the Torah, two positive mitzvahs. There's a mitzvah in the Torah of Avas Hashem, and there's a mitzvah in the Torah of Yiras Hashem. Avas Hashem is the first paragraph in the Kriya Shema. V'ahavta es Hashem Elokecha, you should love Hashem, chol levov, chol nafshecha modecha. And there's a mitzvah say of v'yoreis me'elokecha, you should fear God, revere God. So we have a positive and negative. For one not to transgress a negative commandment, what does one need? Refrain is Yiras Hashem. If one has yira, fear, one doesn't cross that line. For Avas Hashem, that's motivation. To do a mitzvah say, to actualize a mitzvah, you have to be motivated. What motivates a person? That's Ava. Avas Hashem motivates the person to do the mitzvah. So since Ava is greater than Yira, so when there's a conflict between Ava and Yira, the Ava, the Asay, which is Ava is integral for the Asay that should be performed, supersedes the negative, the Los Aseh, which represents Yiras Hashem. That's Rabbi Kiva Eger. The Asay supersedes. Ava supersedes the negative, which is, the basis is Yiras Hashem. Now, the Torah tells us many times, especially it's explicit in the Kriya Shema, Asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha. I command you today. So the Sifri asks, it's not today. Torah was given at Sinai thousands of years ago. What does it mean? Asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha, yu beinecho kechadoshos. That when you do the Torah, you perform the Torah, you study it, you do the mitzvos, it should be as if they were given today. They should never lose that aspect of newness, because you cannot compare a diuktma, yishadla diuktma chadosha. If you have an old proclamation of the king and new proclamation of the king, they're not comparable. An old proclamation, we've heard about it. We've heard it before. A new one, people have an interest. It's something new, people are more involved. And therefore, it's easier to be involved to fulfill the new proclamation. If the Torah itself, it's something we know about it, it's something of the past, we lose interest. One has to be motivated. What motivates the person? By seeing it as something as if it was given today. Therefore, it's maintained with that special uniqueness. But what does it have to be infused with? So how does one maintain that uniqueness, that excitement, that motivation? The only way that could be brought about, it has to be confused with the component of Avas Hashem, and only when you have the Avas Hashem, then it's Hayom, therefore we maintain that level of uniqueness. But without that, it's not possible, and that's the principle of Asay Doche Los Asay.